I'm making this video about this Ciera, changing the struts. I've already changed one. I hadn't seen one on YouTube, so I decided to make one myself so nobody else feels scared about doing it. It's pretty easy. These are great cars. Anything with a 3.1 liter GM or 3.8 liter GM is, amazingly durable. So we're going to get on that. I'm not trying to sing the praises of this car as being beautiful. I got that out there. But this is my daily driver. First, we're going to start by jacking it up and putting some jack stands underneath it for safety. Now, I've got both jack stands under here, and I leave the jack on as a safety. You want to make sure that it's kind of level. This will matter for camber adjustment. So I don't really have a great place to level the car, but that's relatively good enough. Before we start, we need to check the camber at full droop. We're in positive camber now because of the droop. So you move it out. So we need to mimic that distance when we put the new strut on and adjust it. This is not exactly the most stable. I can probably do it better with this on the side of it. So roughly that distance. On second thought, it's probably better to check your camber here. More accurate spot. It looks about the same though. So now we need to take these off on the top of the strut. That's a 1/2 inch wrench. Now that those are off, just take these off. I don't know if your car has them or not, but here they are. Now I'm going to take off the bracket holding the brake line. This is also 1/2 inch. Just push that over to the side. And next, also 1/2 inch, take off this bracket, which I think is for the ABS sensor. And just push that out of the way. Next, we're going to take off this bolt here. This is a 15/16. The bottom one is also 15/16. Next, notice that this has a washer just on one side, on the top one. The bottom has 2 washers, one there and one in there. Have to get that out. Yeah. Now that we've got it all out, just need to get that out of there. So just wiggle it out until you get it all the way out. So that is what a blown out strut looks like. Really bad. That one is super bad. Next, the new strut. Went to O'Reilly's and got this one. Let's see. Yeah, it's not a Coney or a Monroe, but this car has 313,000 miles on it. So this is great. Now, when you see this, it's got the obligatory warning here saying, do not remove this nut. Do not undo that. You will unleash all kinds of pressure from that spring. These look interesting in that they have a screw right here. So it looks like there's two positions. This must be for used on a couple different vehicles. Now we just need to feed the new strut up through to the shock tower. Now we just gotta feed this guy until we get the bolts to line up. And next, once we have it in there, put those back on if you got them. I really expect that you will. There's not enough meat on that sheet metal to hold everything. And let's see, there's a nut here. Put this one on over here. This is the screw, which will catch the receiver threads in there. I don't have any torque specs, but good and tight would be good. The German way, gut and tight. Next, get this into position. Line up the holes. Put your bolts through them. This is the one with one washer. Washer is on the nut end, make sure. Now, the bolt with two washers goes on the bottom. Now notice how this is slotted. That is going to make your camber adjustment. Now I'm just going to snug it up. That's probably too much. Now that we have it like that, you can see how the camber is adjusted. Just moving it in and out. And then you will tighten that nut. So we'll check our level. I won't be able to do that. I need both hands to do this. All right, again, I don't have a torque spec for this, but tight, I don't know. You can look it up. I'm sure the internet has it. So, I've got it about where it was when we started. Check it with the other level. That's about it. Next, we put these brackets back on. And put the brake bracket back on. Oops, I'll just check the level again. It's about right. Okay, now I've dropped the car back off the jack stands and the jack and put the level back on here. And that's good enough for right now. It'll get me to a alignment shop. So we're pretty straight, which is what I kind of figured would happen. Not really messing with the tie rod ends. Obligatory disclaimer: I am what you call a so-called amateur. So do this at your own risk. I hope you don't burn me out in the comments for any missteps or ignorance. Just wanted to show that this can be done by somebody with average mechanical skills.